When I act as this mermaid character for my audience and guests at a party, I definitely feel like I am a magical being that's providing this magic to them that they don't usually have, they don't usually experience. And I am so glad I heard the calling and I pursued it. Hello everyone, my name is Elle and I'm a professional mermaid for a living. I love this mirror, look at it. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? So I like to say that my show makeup is kind of like a makeup sandwich. It's basically just your normal makeup sandwich between primer and setting spray, with some of them being a little bit more waterproof than others. It's because when I get out of the water, I don't want to look like my makeup is running like at all. It is not a common thing for this type of work to become a full-time job. I think that there's maybe a handful of mermaids around the world that do this for a living. I started using more golds because the gold kind of represents that royalty aspect of, Mermaid Elle is a mermaid princess who earns her crown for doing a good job at protecting the oceans and telling the humans to clean up after themselves and not pollute the beaches and things like that. So it kind of adds that element of royalty. I started out as a dancer and I opened up my own entertainment company. And then one day I got asked for a mermaid for an event. And at the time, there was not a lot of mermaids. And I thought, I could do this. I could definitely do that. The only problem was I didn't know how to swim at the time. So it took me a lot of swimming lessons and getting scuba certified to get over my fear of being in water. It really opened me up to like this ocean world and being down there and enjoying the ocean from the eyes of an actual mermaid. What I'm gonna do is, because the wigs all have clips for my hairline, I'm gonna do a tight braid on my hairline. This is not a look I would really share, but it is part of securing the wig. So I find the braid and I clip these onto it, so it makes it super secure. If you were to add up all the things I do as a mermaid, it would add up to about $120,000 per year, which is something I really worked towards. It wasn't always that way. My bread and butter is performing. Every time I do a show is like huge amount of money that it's for the least amount of time. I also teach mermaid diving courses out in the ocean for aspiring mermaids who want to become mermaid divers as well. I also help Cape Cali, which is an amazing mermaid company, dive wear, mermaid tails, and I help them with consulting and designing tails as well. I do a lot of content creation as well, and I get part of my income from social media. So one thing that I love to do before getting in the water is to protect my eyes. I kind of use these eye gel drops. They're a little bit thicker than regular eye drops, and they kind of create like a film on my eyes. It's just another mermaid thing that we have to do. I'm not good at this though. I might fail. Okay. Oh my gosh, it already feels so good. There are several kinds of tails that I could wear as a mermaid performer. I prefer wearing a fabric tail that's super realistic and also that makes me feel like I can be more mobile in the water. All dive gear can be rough on the feet. I wear these scuba socks that are like 3 millimeters thick. Inside of the mermaid tail, there goes an actual monofin. The monofin goes inside of the tail, one tip at a time, and then you gotta zip it up very carefully. Then you put your feet in the foot sockets one at a time, and then you can just roll up the fabric all the way to the waist. Once the tail is on, you just cannot walk. You have to do the mermaid scoot, which is kind of like an inchworm. It's hard to be a mermaid on land. The key to being a great mermaid is developing great performance techniques, such as great posture, shoulders back, chin up, Just having good posture can create that presentable just look, that presence for the guests as they're walking in. I also do a lot of arm movements. I'm always using some part of my body because obviously I'm half human, half fish. So one of them has gotta be moving. Make sure that you look up as you're surfacing so that the hair kind of like falls back behind you and not in your face. Do a lot of surface work because the guests are usually right next to the pool looking down at the pool. So you want to stay on the surface. You don't need to go like 4 feet deep to disappear. They want to be able to see you. Mermaiding can definitely be dangerous in so many different ways. Let's just start with the fact that your legs are bound together. There's only one way to move in water, is doing that undulation, that dolphin kick. Mermaids are also going in water, holding their breath. You're still doing freediving techniques, which require freediving training. One of the courses that I was teaching at kind of proved to me how important training really is. We were out in the water. During the program, you do have to learn how to rescue another person. When all of a sudden we heard somebody yelling from far away that they needed help. So I went, my safety diver went, and one of my students went to the 3 scuba divers that had surfaced. And we noticed that one of them in the middle, he was out, completely passed out. Elena got there first, and she was doing rescue breaths at the surface. My partner that had the underwater camera accidentally took a photo of this moment. I think that those hours of him not waking up and being at the hospital was definitely hours of torture. And even after we knew that he was okay, it was just very impactful and a little bit traumatizing. It's very, very common for like humans to look at mermaids and kind of laugh and kind of make fun of the mermaiding world, but it is very skilled, and it is important to know what to do, what steps to take if there's an emergency in water. I always tell the kids, next time you go to the beach, just yell, Mermaid Elle, Mermaid Elle, I miss you. And then I will hear it no matter where I am. And I just feel like that creates a bond with them, that they will never forget me, that they have a mermaid under the sea, a mermaid friend under the sea. It makes me emotional because I know what it's like to miss out from such a beautiful underwater world. A lot of people don't really have that amazing experience. It's just a beautiful world. The ocean teaches us so much. The ocean is like life. And I can see how healing the sea can be. A message for all humans is to follow your dreams. Nothing is impossible. If I am a mermaid for a living, then you can do whatever it is that you need in life. So dream big and make a splash.